I'm Susan Silveira. I'm with Qualcomm, and I'm heading up our education initiatives within Qualcomm. And I'm currently I'm a member of the board of directors with SIA, and it's been a pleasure to work with the members of SIA as well. I think there's tremendous synergies, bringing a lot of the members over to mobile and the benefits and how they can really expand all the great work that they've done into the mobile space. Mobile is in every aspect of our lives, and it's really amazing because in 2011 there were 5.7 billion mobile connections. In 2012 there were 6.3 billion mobile connections, and that number continues to grow. And what this means for education is that we can leverage mobile to reach people that typically would not have access to education. At Qualcomm, actually, I was in our tablet product management and business development team, and through that effort I realized there was a huge opportunity in the education space. So when we were looking at where are some market opportunities, just from a business perspective, back in 2007, 2008, we recognized there's really an opportunity in education. And in parallel with that, we've had several programs that have been going on in mobile learning, so we were able to bring the two together. So some of the projects that have been really successful, one would be Project Connect in Onslow County, and that's been going on since 2008, and it's just phenomenal, the results that we've seen from the students and how they've gone on to college and have had scholarships, and it's a great story, and that program's really growing and maturing, and so that's one of our pilots. That was our initial pilot, so we're really happy to see such great results. As tablets are coming into the schools, there's a lot of complexity, so especially as every student has a device, whether it's a smartphone or a tablet that they're using for learning. And so what we have to ensure is that there's seamless connectivity, that the student is able to access data, access their peers, access their teachers when they need to, and that it just works. And so because what we want to focus on learning. We want the students to be able to interact, to do their work, to be able to, and if they need to reach out to peers or teachers, they need to be able to do that when they need to do it. It may be at night, it may be somewhere on the school grounds. So we can't always rely on Wi-Fi only. It's really the spectrum of connectivity that's going to make it work. So again, when students are in a group together or they're in a classroom, maybe we look at other ways to leverage that type of connectivity, like proximal networks, Bluetooth LE, so that the devices are speaking to each other within that classroom and not burdening the Wi-Fi network. So imagine if you don't have to have a really extensive Wi-Fi or infrastructure at school, because these devices are able to use peer-to-peer. So each device is not always burdening the Wi-Fi network. But then when the students leave and they're at home or they're in transit and they're not on the school grounds, they can still access what they need to, their information, their peers, and be able to submit their work to their teacher. The thing that's really great about Qualcomm is our R&D and everything so much earlier, ahead of when actual products come out. So we really have the visibility on what's coming. So we can really plan as we're looking at these networks and as we're looking at devices, when we're 3 years out, what does that need to look like? I mean, we have small cells coming. There's all kinds of exciting technologies coming that really can be leveraged. And so we're able to help districts plan based on what's coming. How are you going to be forward compatible? That big investment you're making for tablets, where's that going to be in 2 years? Are you going to be able to use those in 3 years? Are your networks going to support that? Qualcomm's culture is to partner, and by partnering we understand that we can make so much more impact. And so similar to what we did in the mobile industry, where we drove an ecosystem with applications and the connectivity and our manufacturing partners, we're looking at expanding that same kind of model into education. So if we look at, there are all these different players in education that don't talk. We have members of SIA that aren't talking to our manufacturers or to the carriers, and it turns out that a lot of them are all looking for what the other one has, to work together and have a complementary type of approach and have a complete solution. So that's one of the ways that Qualcomm can really play a key role, is bringing some of these key players together to really move the industry forward for mobile learning. So And we work with some manufacturers that have amazing devices, and we have amazing capabilities on our Snapdragon platform that can really light up learning. And so what we want to do is really bring our content providers in education and have the knowledge on what's important with learning pedagogy, and bring these folks together with developers, with our OEMs, with the carriers, and really develop this ecosystem so that it's just really moves learning forward in just completely new ways. If you'd like to learn more, you can visit our website at www.qualcomm.com, or you can also visit our Wireless Reach site, where we have specific information on education pilots and some really great results that we've seen over the years.